Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. So we've finished the prelude. So he before we started the book, he gave a few introduction about the book. Now he's going into the book itself, his muqaddimah. So before his muqaddimah, I had like an introduction, a bit of a prelude to the book. So he said, what? I have classified or structured the book into a muqaddimah and 3 qisams. So now he's going to the muqaddimah. Muqaddimah. Many people read muqaddama. And I think in Urdu people say muqaddama. But it's really, in Arabic it's muqaddimatun. The dal has a kasra. Now one thing you have to remember here, that you have different fonts. Now in our font normally, we have, in like the font that we're familiar with, a lot of them, you have dal, shadda, kasra. But in some of these fonts, what do you have? They have the shadda, but the kasra comes under the shadda. So if you're not paying proper attention, you might just think, oh, it's a shadda and a haraka on the top, it's a fatha. So when you have a shadda, some fonts they have the kasra under the shadda. So if it was a fatha, it would have been like that. So when you really pay attention towards those things, especially depending on which fonts are being used. Okay? You following? So it's muqaddimah. What's muqaddimah mean? Introduction. Now how do you do, why is muqaddimatun marfu'? Because you say it's khabar of mahzuf. You say hadha muqaddimatun. This is an introduction. أما المقدمة ففي المبادئ التي يجب تقديمها لتوقف المسائل عليها. Right. First of all, the word amma. You say amma is harfu shartin wa tafsil. What's amma called? Harfu shartin wa tafsil. What does this mean? Okay, number one. And it's always when it's used, it has a fa after it. So imma is different, it's amma. Okay, imma will come out later on. We have amma here. What does amma mean? And you call the amma, you call the fa that comes here rabitatun lil jawab. So in Turkey, basically, muqaddama is mubtada and fil mabadi until the end is a khabar. But then you put in the amma and the fa. That's how the amma is used. When you choose amma, you write amma when you've mentioned 2 or more, or you mention something vaguely, or you've mentioned 2 or more things vaguely, or just simply, without any explanation. Thereafter, you mention each one with detail. This is Zayd, this is Amr, this is Bakr. هذا زيد وهذا عمرو وهذا بكر. أما زيد فطالب. أما بكر فمهندس. أما خالد فتاجر. So for example, look in the Quran, easy example. Allah says, كذبت ثمود وعاد بالقارعة. Thamud and Ad both rejected the qari'ah. Qara'a yaqra'u qara'an, knock. And here it means a knocking and a very, if you got a very harsh knock on the door. So qara'a is one of the names of Qiyamah. So كذبت ثمود وعاد بالقارعة. Ad and Thamud both rejected the last hour. Mention 2 people, 2 nations vaguely. Then he goes on to say, mention each one in detail. Amma Thamudu, fa. Wa amma adun, fa. So when you mention 2 or more things ambiguously or vaguely, without any detail first, then you wish to proceed to explain in more detail. What do you add? Amma, which is called harfu shartin wa tafsil, on the mubtada, followed by fa on the khabar. For example, هذا hidayatun nahw وذلك كافية. Correct? أما هداية النحو فللمبتدئين. As for هداية النحو, it is for the beginners. أما كافية فللمتوسطين, for the medium students. فهمت? You got it? Now, so that's what we're saying here. So you don't have to translate fa, but that is how fa is structured, how fa is used with amma. So you say here, amma al-muqaddimatu fa fil mabadi. So as for the muqaddama, it is in. Here, in means here, regarding, relating. It is regarding or relating al-mabadi. Mabda'un jama mabadi. Preliminaries. Bada yabda'u bad'an, to initiate. So things that you have to, the preliminary issue, the starting points that you need to know. You study sarf, so what is sarf? What is a fa'il? What is a haraka? So all of those things you need to know. What is madi? What is mudari? Okay? So mabadi is called a preliminary. So amma al-muqaddimatu, as for the muqaddima, فَفِي الْمَبَادِ, it is what? Regarding those preliminaries, التي يجب تقديمها. التي يجب تقديمها. Now, again, this is mawsoof and التي is this is the man'ud, al-mabadi, and التي becomes the na'at. Correct? So those preliminaries. Which preliminaries? Yajibu. What does yajibu mean? To be necessary. And taqdeem here means to bring forth. And taqdeem, qaddama yuqaddimu, to bring forth. That's why the muqaddimah is made from that. Tawaqquf, to stop, to depend, to hinge, to depend on. Okay? So the muqaddimah is relating or regarding al-mabadi, principles. Which principles? Because of allati is ism al-mawsool, is translate regarding those principles. So those which. So the muqaddimah is regarding those principles. Now yajibu means to be necessary. Now when you have a verb which has to be meaning, you call this a stative verb. So any verb that has to be in a translation in English, when you translate it in English, you don't have to bring it as a verbal translation. You can make it as a mubtada khabar. Marida Zaidun, Zaid sick. No, you say what? Zaid was sick. Sabara, Zaid patient. Or Zaid patiented. No, Zaid was patient, past tense. You say was, is, will be. So when you have a verb with to be in the translation, you can be flexible and translate it as a jumlatun ismiyya. So we say here, regarding those preliminaries, whose taqdeem, I think, whose introduction. So we say whose introduction. So it is regarding those preliminaries whose introduction, they say, is necessary. Even though jumlatun fa'iliyya, yajibu is to be necessary, but because it's a to be verb, we're going to translate it as is. So the muqaddimah is regarding those preliminaries whose introduction is necessary. Why? This is the reason. Lam harfun jar. This is muta'alliq to yajibu. Sorry, taqdeem. Yajibu. Yes? It is necessary to introduce these matters first. Why? Because of the masail's dependency or hinging upon them. If I start teaching you sarf, and I say, read Bab Daraba al-Madi. What's Daraba? What's Madi? So you have to know the preliminaries. So before we go into Nahw, we have certain preliminaries we need to understand. If I start saying, is a Jumla Ismiya? What's Jumla Ismiya? What's Jumla Khabariya? What's Fa'liya? So all of these issues need to be discussed. So let's go over that again. So Muqaddimah. So let's erase all of this and let's start from fresh. Okay? So what are we saying here? Amma al-Muqaddimah. As for the Muqaddimah, it is regarding those preliminary matters which are necessary to introduce, I can say here first if you want, because obviously taqdeem means first, which are necessary to introduce first, lam, due to the other masail, the main masail, due to the other masail's dependency upon them. That's what the muqaddimah is about. وَفِيهَا فُصُولٌ ثَلَاثَةٌ. And in it, Hazami refers back to al-muqaddimah. And in the muqaddimah, there are fusulun thalathatun. There are how many fusul? 3 fusul. Meaning, the 3 main points I need to discuss in this muqaddimah. So if you go back to the original table, we have muqaddimah and qisam. Qisam, how many of them? 3. And we go on later on, muqaddimah now has what? Fasal 1, Fasal 2, and Fasal 3. So 3 points he wants to discuss in this muqaddimah. Are you following me? Any questions? Yes? Subhanallah bihamdi subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.